Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, it's Gemini back with a video. It's been a while, kind of come and go and close accounts and, take off for a little while, take breaks. But this video is not so much about that. I've always had my passion for wrestling, whether I'm on YouTube or not. And I always kept real close contacts with, my real close friends on here. And, I always wanted to do this video for those close contacts of mine, freaking yeah, and Luke Cage and steviebreech, and we're real close, and so I just wanted to make this video pretty much for them, and maybe the account sticks around, maybe it doesn't for a couple weeks, whatever. I'm sure Breech will upload it on his account. That's cool, as long as this video and my voice is heard. That's what this is about. Now, I want to make a video on what Wrestlemania means to me. And quite simply, Wrestlemania to me means everything. Wrestlemania to me means an event that is bigger than the Super Bowl, bigger than the World Series, and that's coming from a diehard Giants fan, bigger than the NHL Stanley Cup, bigger than the NBA Finals. Wrestlemania to me is the ultimate heist in sports entertainment, whatever you want to call it. When you go to a WrestleMania live, the feeling of pure adrenaline and excitement you have inside your body, knowing what you're about to go see, is off the charts. Your adrenaline is literally, it's sky high. You can't explain the adrenaline factor you have walking into a building. I can tell you guys, I went to my first WrestleMania in April of 2000 in Anaheim for WrestleMania 2000, and the backstory on that is I went to a SmackDown taping in November of '99, and we went there just for that SmackDown taping, just so we could get the early request forms for WrestleMania 2000. So here it is in November of '99. We're already thinking about April of 2000. Now I can remember that day specifically in April of 2000, walking to the Arrowhead Pond. And literally, you couldn't feel your feet underneath you. I was floating. We stopped at Panda Express and we had lunch, and it was phenomenal. The feeling the inside of me. And then I walked in that building, and literally I had goosebumps up and down my spine, my arms, and all I said all day was, "I made it to WrestleMania. I made it to WrestleMania," and it was like one of my lifelong goals was accomplished. That I made it to WrestleMania. And the feeling on the inside was something that you can't explain until you actually attend a live WrestleMania. It is the greatest feeling on earth. It does not get any better. And, a couple of my buddies said, freaking he got a taste. He got on an airplane. He went to Houston, WrestleMania 25. He's been to everyone since. steviebreech, same thing. He got a taste at 26. He's been back at everyone since. And these guys are going to go to WrestleMania every year for the rest of their lives. Same thing with Luke Cage. They're going to go to WrestleMania every year for the rest of their lives because they got that taste of how amazing the spectacle is. I sat there in Ford Field for WrestleMania 23, and I watched Shawn Michaels, the greatest professional wrestler ever to live, wrestle John Cena with 80,000 people in Ford Field. It was the greatest 30 minutes, 40 minutes of my life. And literally, when I saw Shawn Michaels wrestle, it was unlike any feeling I'd ever seen. I was literally, I'm 32, but I felt like a little kid, watching Shawn Michaels wrestle. I watched Shawn Michaels wrestle on TV for 20 years before that match. And, I watched Shawn Michaels, and I was a kid in a candy store. I couldn't believe that the man was right in front of me. And then John Cena hit, and they had this match, and it was unbelievable. And everybody in Detroit was asking me if Donald Trump was going to get his head shaved or Vince McMahon was going to get his head shaved. I was in Chicago at WrestleMania 22. Chicago, one of the greatest wrestling towns in the world. And I saw Shawn Michaels come off that, that big ladder and put Vince through the trash can. It was, words can't describe it. I sat in the Astrodome at WrestleMania 17, and I watched The Rock and Stone Cold, battle it out in the main event. I mean, literally. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps, like The Rock does. I mean, I have it right now just thinking about what these eyes have seen at WrestleMania, the experiences I've had at WrestleMania. WrestleMania means everything to me, and I would suggest to you as a wrestling fan, if you ever had an opportunity to achieve your wrestling bucket list, I highly suggest you go to WrestleMania. If you live in the East Coast next year, make the effort to get out to, New Jersey, New York area. Make the effort to get out there. It'll be unlike anything you've ever seen. This year, when The Rock and Cena get out there at WrestleMania 28 in Miami, it's going to be just off the charts good. So, I'm not going to be at WrestleMania this year. Unfortunately, finances and other things dictate that. But you can damn sure bet I'll be watching the pay-per-view, and I'll be that 10-year-old boy again, because that's the effect that WrestleMania has on you. It makes you young again. It's awe-inspiring. It's the greatest show on earth. And I love every WrestleMania, some less than others, but I have every WrestleMania memorized. Huge fan. So I just want to say to Stevie Breech and freaking Yaya and Luke Cage and everyone else who's attending WrestleMania 28 this year in Miami, have a great time. Enjoy it. Enjoy the goosebumps. Enjoy the adrenaline rush. There's nothing like it on this planet Earth. And I'll say it, I love WrestleMania. Gemini, thank you for watching.